A great vengeance plot is nothing without some betrayal faced by the main character from someone he holds very dear that he never anticipated. That very betrayal becomes the fuel for his character development, and he makes a comeback by becoming 10 times stronger. But that requires a lot of crying, pulling the hair, losing the mind, and then coming back stronger. The theme of revenge is pretty interesting because we get to see very fragile human emotions and how they entirely change a person from zero to a hero. And today we're going to be talking about some anime featuring main characters being betrayed by their close ones and coming back as overpowered badasses to kick their asses. But before we get started, be sure to subscribe to our channel and press on that bell icon and set us all to be notified about all our latest new videos. Coming in at number 10 is Ulysses, Jeanne d'Arc and the Alchemist Knight. This anime is set during the 100 Years' War between France and England, and the story follows an aspiring alchemist by the name of Monte, who wants to protect his closest friends by becoming the next Ulysses, a protector of humanity. With the help of the fairy queen Astaroth, and being the owner of the powerful Philosopher's Stone, he finds out that he cannot do it, for he cannot contain the power of the stone. However, after encountering a young farm girl by the name of Jeanne, who is able to contain the Philosopher's Stone, they decide to become a beacon of hope for all of France to drive back England to their country and become the heroes the country needs. Now, how was that anime? There are some anime that I have watched because I enjoyed them. There are some anime that I watch because I am going along with the ride. Then there are some anime that I watch because when I get to review them, I get to bash the shit out of them. Ulysses is very much the latter, a story that has no idea what it wants to be, or what it wants to do with itself. When I watched this anime, I thought the first couple episodes were pretty good, to be honest. It was loosely based on history and alright popular art style, and had funny actions and a little bit of cuteness to it. Now I wish I could wash my eyes out. But who knows, you might like this one, so be sure to give this one a try at least. Coming in at number 9 is Evil or Live. The story starts off very interesting. The main character is a game-addicted boy who is one day sent to the boot camp without notice. There are no electronics allowed, and each day they suffer through strenuous training. That academy was more similar to a torture chamber, to be honest, with the primary goal of treating young people's internet addiction. When our main character Hibiki opened his eyes after being knocked out, he found himself locked in this academy, and the person who dropped him there was his mother. Damn. Now this is a modern plot I can totally relate to, especially since I am a computer guy. If you think about it, living in today's ultra-competitive society can really take its toll on you. So it is easy for anyone to crack and develop some kind of addiction to escape reality. The story tackles with many real-life issues that only a mature mind will come to understand, such as domestic abuse, the paradox of a hardworking man who does not have time for his family, the fragile relationships between parents and children in the modern world, human thirst for power, and so forth. To be able to tackle with so many subjects under just 12 episodes is truly astonishing. It shows that this anime exists not only for entertainment purposes, but for educational and reflectional purposes, which is why I give it a try. It is truly a hidden gem among the generic animes that pop up nowadays that have no message behind them at all. Coming in at number 8 is Redo of a Healer. The plot couldn't be more simple since it is almost a hentai. Hentai doesn't need a plot, to be honest, but this one tried very hard to have one. It's supposed to be a dark fantasy, but instead of being that, it is more like a your hentai fantasy. So it's about a healer guy that gets violated and abused by Flare, a princess. When he gets the chance to remake his life with some powers, he chooses to get his revenge instead of looking for a better life this time. No, he prepares himself for years so he could live all over again and survive her abuse and confront her in order to achieve his revenge. To be honest, I don't want to say anything else about this anime considering how disturbing it is, but I would recommend this anime to everyone who is not easily disturbed and wants a dark and refreshing take on storytelling. The animations are very solid and the characters have a lot behind them. Also, a piece of advice, don't watch it censored, assuming you don't want to look at the walls and floor for 5 minutes an episode. Coming in at number 7 is Arifureta, from Commonplace to World's Strongest. This anime is being slated by many people out there. If you go into it with an open mind, ignoring the facts of the guns, vehicles, crazy weapons at times, and the CGI, which is not the best, then it is a good enough series. A bit different from most isekai, in which our main character gets betrayed because a cute girl likes him, and he is thrown into despair and becomes a villain. This is his villain origin story, for sure. He builds up a group, all girls of course, so a harem, and he gets insanely strong very quickly, but that is not unusual. As you can see, his despair and hate grow. He actually takes up a girl's offer of love, which is uncommon, and recognizes the other girl's feelings towards him, which, again, uncommon. He fights to get home and is overpowered as fuck. Honestly, there are things in the show that either don't make sense or aren't explained all that well. Why didn't Hajime die from blood loss after his arm got ripped off? If eating the monsters you kill in this world gives you a power boost, why doesn't everyone do it? Should there be a ton of white-haired, gun-toting badasses like Hajime then? Anyway, none of that really matters because you're gonna watch this anime for the sick action and sexy music and to turn your brain off, of course, like I did. During this season of Isekai anime, I recommend the Okasan Online Mom Isekai for a comedy show, but I choose Arifureta if you want good action goodness. Coming in at number 6 is Btooom. Playing video games is enjoyable until they become reality and you are trapped in them. You must now finish it or you will be locked there indefinitely or you will be killed. This is the plot of our anime called Btooom. Sakamoto, Japan's #1 gamer, was transported into a weird gaming world with a gem-like stone inserted in his palm. Btooom is a survival horror-themed anime series based off the manga of the same name. It doesn't take long for the characters in the series to realize their lives have changed forever, to be quite honest. The series takes itself from the very beginning and presents a game scenario where in order to survive, you must kill 7 other people before they can kill you. It's survival of the fittest, and it's everyone for themselves. When I started watching this anime, I did not expect much. Maybe it was going to be another Sword Art Online. I was soon proved very, very wrong. First of all, the anime takes place in the real world and not a virtual reality, so somewhat of the opposite of Sword Art Online, and we all know that we all love a good old game of kill or be killed. Btooom offers another one. Always been a fan of those sort of animes, so it was kind of a good choice for me to pick up. If you are into anime such as Mirai Nikki or Danganronpa, then consider giving Btooom a try as well. Coming in at number 5 is Cross Ange, Rondo of Angels and Dragons. I don't normally watch mecha animes because I had believed that most of them were really nothing but featured pieces of scrap metal clanking against each other. However, after watching Cross Ange, I came to realize that not all mecha anime are just mecha only. Some of them had real drama, and Cross Ange is one of them. Okay, so we get a rich-ass and spoiled princess who finds out that she doesn't have any powers, and is therefore brandished as a monster. After realizing that her family doesn't love her anymore, she abandons her old princess identity and takes on the role of a serious soldier. I find that as this type of a story may have been used before, it worked quite well here. The series is either a hit or a miss, and it is a hit because it focuses a lot of how society functions, especially towards the discrimination of others, which is different, and how they threaten the stability and comfort they already have, as well as what it means to find your own sense of individuality and sense of moral towards around you, especially of the main heroine who developed from a spoiled, rotten, and naive individual into a strong, intelligent, wise, and caring leader. Coming in at number 4 is Tower of God. Moving ahead, we have the Tower of God, which allows any person to fulfill any wish if he reaches the top of a certain tower. Woo! Yeah, baby! This is what we've been waiting for! Oh yeah! Woo! I am going to climb that tower right now so that I can marry every cute anime girl. Our main character, 25th Bam, lives near that tower and he has seen nothing but a dark cave. What will happen when he'll meet a cute and lovely girl named Raquel? No, they won't make babies. They both become good friends and started their journey to climb that tower. But when Raquel said, "I want to reach the top of the tower so you can go and fuck yourself," he was shattered into pieces, and that's how our main character was betrayed by the girl he fell in love with. Ah, young love, am I right? This anime shows the reality of the world and is a perfect example of a quote that goes something like this: "To live is to devour others." Also, one more thing, please read the manga. It's way better than the anime. Coming in at number 3 is Gungrave. Next, we have an incredible anime that portrays friendship, betrayal, and action all at the same time. Gungrave is the story of 2 friends who were more like brothers to each other until their idyllic existence turned chaotic. They joined Millennium, a deadly organization, in order to get recognition. They fought many dangerous fights together, but everything changed when one of them took the position of Big Daddy and killed the other one. The drama of betrayal, realization, and action begins here. Furthermore, Brandon, the man who was murdered by his closest friend, has risen from the dead and is ready to take his revenge. Wow. Make sure to watch this one. It's good. Coming in at number 2 is The Rising of the Shield Hero. This anime is really famous because of its great story and excellent characters. The story goes around Naofumi, a boring guy who just reads manga and watches anime just like me. He was reading some stuff in the library until he was transported into another world. I also want to get transferred into another world, where I'm surrounded by sexy girls, but That'll never happen to me. Anyways, our main character was transferred into a world where he was one of the 4 cardinal heroes and was responsible for saving the Earth. Meanwhile, while the other heroes are granted incredible and fantastic weapons, our main character is merely handed a shield that allows him to protect himself. How cruel. He is also betrayed by the nation for which he is a savior. There is no one around to assist him. Now he must now lift himself to become the strongest hero and save the world. Even if the people refuse to recognize him, because that's the only way he can say fuck you to all those who have betrayed him. And number 1 goes to Gankutsuou, the Count of Monte Cristo. This anime is based off of the world-acclaimed novel of love, betrayal, and all so sweet, satisfying revenge. The main cast might be small, but in this particular story, it is the quality that speaks, not the quantity. The Count of Monte Cristo, the most enigmatic character within the show, with the darkest past as well. Then there is the naive 15-year-old Albert who gets infatuated by the mystique and poise of the Count becoming nothing short of a tool for the Count's plan to be achieved and bear fruit after ages of planning for his revenge. However, to understand his story and why he wants revenge, we need to go way back in the story, before even the series began. The real identity of the Count is... I'm not going to spoil this masterpiece for you, because you have to watch it to know about it. But man, I love this anime. It was a unique take on the classic tale. Be warned though, some people find the art style off-putting. The textures are stationary as the environments and characters move across them. It makes for an interesting experience to say the least, but nonetheless, highly recommended. That's enough betrayal for today, so with this we end on today's video. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you do, then hit that like button. Don't betray me, or else I'll come back, overpowered as fuck. Also, don't forget to subscribe to my channel and press on that bell icon to set us all to be notified about all our latest new content. And comment down below if you have any suggestions for future content. And as for now, I'll catch you later. See you in the next one.